Lord of our life. Anybody else grateful? Hallelujah. That we can lean on him, that he provide for us, that we can depend on him. Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Lord, we bless your name on today. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, there is power in the name
Hallelujah. 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 There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus.
Hallelujah.
While I was sitting over there, I wanted to just change the words because God was just saying there is power in my word. There is power in my word. There is power in my word. To God be the glory. You can be seated if you can. God is good.
Yes, He is.
God is good. Even though we had a good time at the men fellowship, and I know the women had a good time at the women's fellowship, still chains need to be broken. Chains are still holding on to some of us. But the word says there is power in the name of Jesus. To God be the glory. I thank God for another day's journey, another opportunity to come before you. God has really been working a lot of things out for a lot of us, giving us a lot of realization on what we need to do. God had me this week, as I say, we had an excellent men fellowship, and it wasn't about the numbers, it was about the word.
Amen.
And I stepped in on the women's fellowship, and it wasn't about the numbers, it was about the word. And today, God is saying again, it's about the word. Because all week long, I've just been praying and seeking God for what would you have me to say to your people this week when they've been fed so much, when they quenched so many thirsts. But God said, sent me back, and even in my studying, I heard a word this week from Bishop T.D., and I was like, God, that word my people need to hear. And I kept pondering on it and kept pondering on it, because sometimes when people hear something that somebody else might have preached, they tend to, try to put the correlation together like you're trying to be like somebody else. And I was like, God, but this is a word that my people need to hear. How do I do this? How do I come about preaching this word? And God just kept on having me study it, look through it, keep visualizing it. And then we had our sermon on men fellowship on alignment. And I was like, God, that's similar to what I learned with T.D. Jakes as well. Alignment. And I was like, okay, maybe you shifted me towards alignment. Then I said, oh, okay, start studying that. Combine, God just sometimes mixes things together.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, last night, when I was putting the titles together, God went back to, I can't bless what you pretend to be. I can't bless what you pretend to be. I said, oh God, that's what it is. All of it came together because He can't bless what you pretend to be. And I had sent that a text out to some of my people, and I was just like, that's a powerful word. It just, when I preached it last week, it just didn't hit home like it did the week as the week went on. Because some of us are pretending to be somebody we ain't.
Amen.
Anyway, I'm not going into, don't get confused, I'm not going into where I was going to preach the message just like T.D. Jakes. But sometimes when you hear a word or you see a picture, you see an image, sometimes you tend to want to do the same things that they did. But that's not me. So God just brought it out. I can't bless what you pretend to be. Because He's saying someone's pretending to be somebody we ain't. Some of us us think that we doing something that we ain't doing nothing. Some of us think that we lining up in a perfect, in a straight and narrow way, and we not. And if you remember what I was saying, when you go down the street, there's plenty of turns that you can detour to. We got to stay aligned with what God would have us to do. Align. When I thought about alignment, in the men thing, he gave so many illustrations. I even told the brother, I wish I would have came up with that first, because it was so good. But God gave me one. And he talked about a three-ring binder. And of course, you know, I didn't even remember my 3-ring binder. I don't know how I got here, who put it here for me. So I was like, Dad, I forgot my 3-ring binder. And I started thinking about getting one from Sheila. Then all of a sudden I walked in and it was sitting there. That's how I know it's my illustration. Because I remember with a 3-ring binder back in my days, we used to have to do a hole punching. And when you punch the holes, all of them had to align in order for your paper to be even out. But if you didn't hole punch it all together, sometimes you have papers up here, you have papers down here, and you have papers in the middle, coming all out the binder. Because it ain't aligned right. See, what God is trying to tell us, I can't bless what you pretend to be because you ain't aligned right. You need to get in the right position so I can even you all out. But you want to punch the holes high, you want to punch the holes low. Then you want to come and act like you're doing what you're supposed to do when you come to church and punch it all in the right position. But you still got the high and you still got the low. God is a good God. My word. My word. We got to align ourselves for success. In the scripture that God sent me to is 1 Samuel 16. And we'll be reading 13 through 15. And while we're turning, I want to make sure that I acknowledge 2 things from last week. One was I had said, I think 1 Corinthians, and it was 1 Chronicles. All right, it was, I want to make sure I say it right this time. Because I want to make sure, because I know some people came after church. It was 2 Corinthians. I said 2 Corinthians, but it was 2 Chronicles 20 and 17. So if you want to make that correction, And then I also said something, and I think it was because I traveled that night and I ate an apple. And being tired, I referred back to the apple when I was talking about the tree. And I said the apple, but it's fruit. And I made a misquote on that. I just want to acknowledge that because I just want to make sure, because when we preach the word, we got to make sure the word aligns in the right position. Amen. So not to say that, hey, I made this big old drag. I could have just left it alone. But I want to make sure everybody, because 2 people did come up to me after and said, what scripture was that? And I had to refer back to it. And I gave them the proper scripture, and I knew that it was wrong. But we're going to be reading from 1 Samuel. And we'll be reading 13 through 15. And it says, Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brother. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from the day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and the evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. And Saul's servant said unto him, Behold now, an evil spirit from God troubled thee. And I want us to understand this whole text. And when I heard T.D. preach this, I got so in love with the story. I got so in love with the story because the story actually went somewhere. And when we talk about this, one man was anointed and one man was troubled. Mm-hmm. One man was blessed by God and one man was troubled by God. And see, sometimes we don't really understand when we get the trouble in our lives. See, because what Saul did was he was disobedient. See, we sometimes don't put disobedience in its rightful place. But that's part of our alignment. See, Saul was told to do certain things, and he didn't do it the way that the Lord told him to do it. See, sometimes we told to do certain things, but we do it, but we don't do it to the fullness that he tells us to do it. And we wondering why we out of alignment. Why things are happening. Because you're out of alignment. I told you to do X, Y, and Z, and you just did X, Y, and forgot about the Z. We got to get in alignment. Saul was out of alignment, but David was in alignment. He was in alignment to be blessed in his proper place. And see the thing, let's go back to the story. And see, I had to go back and I read the whole first Samuel, to make sure that I understood it to the full capacity. We're back to that saying where I say, study yourself efficient.
Right.
See, we have to study ourselves efficient to be who we're trying to be. That's the only way to stay in alignment with God. We got to study the Word. So when I studied myself efficient, I noticed that Saul, basically, he was blessed. God was with him through all the battles. And he was seeking a man named Samuel, came out to him and was talking to him. That was like his armor, but that was his guidance. The person that was leading him. Helping them through some of the trials. Letting them know what God is speaking to him about. Letting them know that God is with you. But Samuel had the same blessing. Now it's passed on to David. And it was based on Saul being disobedient. And I'm going to bring you back in a minute. But Saul had an assignment. He was supposed to do everything that God told him to do. We got to start thinking about everything that God told us to do. Are we doing that to that capacity? And we wondering why we're not being blessed. Because I can't bless who you pretend to be. I can't bless who you pretend to be. Saul couldn't get blessed who he pretended to be. But when he was doing what everything the Lord told him, he was being blessed. But I can't bless who you pretend to be. Now I got to change some things. That hedge of protection that I had around you, now I got to open it up a little bit. Because you're pretending to be somebody that you're not. So Saul had to go through the fire. And see, the same thing when I started looking at this and I started thinking about David. See, because a lot of times when I think about David, the only thing that comes to mind is David and Goliath. But see, David had a story before Goliath. God was preparing David before Goliath. And see, David was anointed to be the next king.
Yes, he was.
And see, God had told back on 13. Let me go open this on up. Back in 1 Samuel 13 through 14, it says, and Samuel said to Saul, thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Lord thy God, which he commanded thee. For now would the Lord have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever. But now the kingdom shall not continue. The Lord has sought him a man after his own heart. And the Lord has commanded him to be the captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which the Lord has given. See, God told Saul through Samuel, you're doing foolish things. See, the Holy Spirit or even a prophet sometimes tells us we're doing foolish things. But this was back in 13. Now we all the way in 16. So a lot of things transpired in between that one mistake. And then he had to go through another journey, then he made another mistake. See, God had already told him, I need to find me a man after my own heart. See, that's the one thing that God spoke to me one time. Said, I need to find some preachers after my own heart.
Right.
I need to put some men in place, some people in place, some prophets, whatever in place to be able to preach my word in truth.
That's right.
And that's what I stand on. But Saul didn't. Saul had his own thought process. We have our own thought process. We think we know how to get to the well just because we see the well.
Oh, Lord. That's true.
Oh, I see the well, I'm going to get to it. But then all these obstacles come in front of you. Then all of a sudden, now you're confused. In Proverbs 16, 1 through 4 says, to human beings, the plans in humans belongs the plans of the heart. But from the Lord cometh the proper answer of the tongue. All a person weighs seems pure to them, but motives are weighed by the Lord. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. The Lord works out everything to his proper, and even the wicked for the day of disaster. The Lord is in everything. That's why I say David was blessed. Saul was punished. David was blessed by God. Saul was punished by God. But God God don't punish people. God don't bring about evil on nobody. God said, I punished him for the evil doing of what he did. He didn't listen to me. My obedience. Obedience leads to loss. I looked up one of the quote. It says, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in a moment of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at the times of challenge and controversy. That's how we identify ourselves. Not when it's all good. When it's all good, we ain't gonna worry about nothing. But when we get that challenge and that controversy, that's when God want to see, are you really standing with me? Saul had that opportunity. He was given the instructions. How many of us got instructions and we just didn't listen to them?
Yes, amen. That's right.
See, this is what this is about. I gave you instructions of how to get there. But you thought when the controversies and the challenges came that you was going to make your own way.
Oh, that's good.
How foolish are you
All right now.
to disobey my commandments? Let's go back to David and his anointing. Because David was anointed to be the next king. But there was other people in line. Because what Samuel was told, and Samuel was told to go out and find. Go here, I'm going to send you in the right place. I'm going to send you to Jesse's house.
That's right.
And when you get to Jesse's house, I want you to anoint his son, but I ain't going to give you everything. I ain't going to tell you everything about it. And I'm doing a little ad-libbing with it. So, but I ain't going to give you everything.
All right.
How many of us God had told us something, but he ain't gave us everything?
All right. All right.
See, he sent them on a mission.
Yeah.
He sent you on a mission.
Yeah.
But he didn't give you everything.
Right.
That's the challenge and controversy.
Yes, God. Thank you.
See, you ain't always going to get all the answers.
Right.
You ain't always going to get it right then. You're going to have to figure some things out as you go sometimes.
Yeah.
See, because remember we were talking about the GPS. The GPS will say reroute if you turn in the wrong direction. But we ain't got no GPS. We just got to go straight. Stay the course. Stay in alignment. So by staying in alignment, David was in the right position. But when Jesse came, when Samuel came to Jesse's house, Jesse just lined up his sons. Here they are. From the biggest to the smallest. From the one that I know that's going to get blessed to the one that I don't know. But if he don't, I got him. If he don't, I got him. So Samuel went down the line. And so God already told Samuel, I'll let you know when the right one comes up. So I looked at Brother Sheldon. Nah, he ain't the one. He look good though. Yeah, he look good. All my shoes all shining. Then he went to Brother Aaron. Nah, he could, but no, not yet. Need a little more time. Then he went to Brother Eric. I know he got that word in him, but I don't know. God ain't told me to anoint him. Then he went to my brother Fitch. He thirsty. We've been going after him like a wild wolf. But no, not yet. Then he went to Brother Mitch, who always got that camera, handle all the technology, doing good for himself. Nah, he a Cubs fan. So we went to another brother. Still wasn't right. Went to the Samuel. Still wasn't right. Then Samuel had to say, don't you got another son? Don't you got somebody else? Ain't somebody? God didn't send me in the wrong place. See, that's what we got to understand. God ain't going to send you in the wrong place. See, He's going to send you in the right direction if you just listen to Him. Somebody else is here. Stop trying to fool me with all this fool's gold. Making all this look good. I don't necessarily need somebody that look good. Because all that look good ain't good. Got to be somebody else. Where he at? Oh. I got one out there with the sheep. Tending the sheep. You can't be talking about him, though.
Right.
Well, let me go get him then. Come on in. Oh, Sam, your eyes got big then. Oh, there he is. He don't look the part. Dirty.
Yeah.
He out there with the sheep, grimy, working hard. See, he was in alignment.
Yeah.
See, he was in his right place. He ain't wrong because somebody called. Oh, here you go.
Wow.
He say, oh, I heard them doing something up there, but I don't. That ain't. I got to attend to these sheep. If I leave these sheep, then something might happen to these sheep. I got to stay in alignment with what God got for me. Come on in. Then the oil just flowed.
That's right. Yeah.
All over his body. All over him. Straight down. Just anointed him from that point on. From that point on, he was anointed to be the next king. Because he stayed in the line. And see, let's even go a little bit deeper with that, because sometimes we hear about this good thing. He stayed in the line. But did he go to being the king right then? No.
All right. That's good. That's so good.
He didn't go being, he's been anointed. I've been anointed to preach. Why you got me sit down? Why I can't bring that word? I've been called for this. What they tripping? I need to go someplace else. They ain't calling me up here. Got everybody up here and they ain't got me. And I've been anointed for this. Better stay in the line. God can't bless you, you pretend to be. So David, God is anointed. Then all of a sudden, Saul had that evil spirit on him then. Because the devil God said, okay, you ain't do it. I got something for you. You're going to have to go through something. But then Saul came to a conclusion about some sounds of music. You know how music relaxes us? See, that ain't just a myth.
Right, that's right.
See, Saul had this, they searched out. I know somebody that can play this harp that soothes you. And I'm breaking the story down. For you Bible scholars, you get it on your own. You already know. Soothe you. Comfort you. Go get him. Now here comes David into the king's house, where he's been anointed to be the next king. What is he doing? Serving. 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 He's serving. See, he didn't just come in and say, this is my house. I'm the next in line. He started serving. See, some of us got to understand we got to be a server. See, we want the mantle, but we don't want to serve. So he had to start playing the music for Saul to be comforted. And you think about something. If Saul, he was comforting Saul, that means Saul was going back into his kind of like rightful mind. So he was actually helping out the person that he was supposed to replace. Sometimes on our jobs, where we're so concerned about the person in front of us, sometimes we just need to help out the person we're supposed to replace. Don't be envy and jealous of that person, saying they don't need what. Why they have?
Watch out.
I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna stay on alignment. I ain't gonna let my frustration about you ruin what I'm trying to accomplish.
That's right.
So David did what he's supposed to do. He stayed in alignment with what he was supposed to do. Saul was being sued by the man he was supposed to be replaced by.
Wow.
And I even went to thinking about even further when you talk about David. Because David stayed in alignment despite everything that went on. Sometimes God doesn't change your situation because he's trying to change your hearts. He wants to change your heart. I want to make sure I'm just checking my notes, I know Holy Ghost has been moving, free flowing in me. Well, let's go back to Saul and talk about this evil. Because a lot of times we don't think that God will punish us for our mistakes, for our wrongdoing, but God will. He wants to find your heart. He wants to find what's really in you. He don't want you to pretend to be somebody that you're not. And see, when we talk about the evilness, and then in Jake's thing, he also talked about Job. And he talked about Job, and I was like, oh, there it is. Because Job the devil had to get permission.
Amen.
In order to touch Job.
Right.
Because God had a hedge of protection around Job.
That's right.
And that's what Satan said. You know I can't do nothing with Job. You got this big old hedge of protection around him.
That's right.
What I'm gonna do with that? Okay. You can do touch this, you can touch that, but don't touch his soul. See, sometimes when we're going through certain things, God just allowed the devil just to come in there to check your heart.
Yeah.
To kind of see where you at. But the reason why I see a lot of times when we get spurred, we to God be the glory.
All right now.
That car accident didn't take me out.
My God.
That situation didn't take me out.
Yeah.
Because of the hedge of protection.
Yeah.
See, he only gonna let so much happen to you.
That's right.
See, he's still in control.
Yeah.
So you don't have to get confused and be like, well, God ain't with me. God ain't this. He's sitting there, he got that hedge of protection around you. Still protecting you for that situation. He only gonna let so much happen to you. Because he'll never put more on you than you can handle.
Yeah. That's right.
He got you. He comforted you. But you got to go through something sometimes to get there.
Jesus.
And that go through is something that we don't want to do.
Yeah.
But we got to do it. It's necessary.
It's necessary.
It's necessary for us to go through that. Psalms 128, it says, blessed are all who fear the Lord, who walk in obedience to him. You will eat of the fruit of your labor. Blessing and prosperity will be yours. Your wife will be like a fruitful vine within your house. Your children will be like an olive shoot around your table. Yes, this will be the blessing for the man who fears the Lord. May the Lord bless you from Zion. You may see the prosperity of Jerusalem all the days of your life. May you live to see your children's children. Peace be on Israel. We're blessed because we need towards blessing. When Evans was talking about alignment, he was just saying how if we're a mess, our family's a mess.
Amen.
Saul was a mess, so his family was a mess. So we have to understand that things that we do affects the next generation. So that's why one reason why we have to be in alignment, especially for those who got kids and young kids.
Right.
Those who got people that's looking at them and they following your lead. You are an example to them.
Yes.
And you can mess somebody else up if you're not doing the right thing. So that's one reason itself to stay in alignment.
Right.
Because I can't, like I see parents all the time, I call them, they be like, your kid up here cussing. I don't know why that. Okay, conversation is over. I understand where the kid got it from. I can't be mad at the kid when you doing this right here. I can't be mad at the kid for wearing all this tight stuff and then you come to parent-teacher conference with all that tight stuff on too. I can't be mad at him.
Yeah, you sure right about it.
Because the fruit comes from the tree. Can't be mad at him. When God gets ready to move, you will move. So you got to move. David, you got to come in. When God gets ready to move, you will move. Back to Saul. I'm sorry. I got off on one. When we talk about Job and the hedge, it was a hedge of protection around him. But see, we got to stay stern with just like Job. He lost a lot, but he gained more. We may lose a lot. Sometimes with changing this thought process, with getting back in alignment, you may lose a lot, but you're going to gain even more. And see, that lot is really not a lot because what you're losing wasn't nothing anyway. Not always. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it ain't. But that hedge of protection that God puts around you will protect you, will keep you motivated, to keep you thirsty. Job was a great example of that. Joseph was a great example of that. When his brothers came back, he said, well, hey, what's going on? He just welcomed them on back in. All that they did to him. Because some of us got some people that did something to us.
Right.
And we keep on holding that bondage. Like I'm still mad at them. I ain't gonna let this go. But you holding that bondage, what else are you holding? That envy. That envy is not a God. That's not in a proper alignment. We got to let go of things. Joseph let it go. What you intended for bad, God made it for good. See, some of our situations, what the devil intended to be bad, God will make it for good. And where I'm trying to go with this is to understand that when you change, God got something good for you. Just because you did all these bad things don't mean nothing. Because God allowed your wedge, your hedge, to be penetrated to test your heart. To test your heart. Some of our hearts are being tested.
All right.
That's why break every chain. Hit so hard. Some of our hearts are being tested. But we got to know God has a hedge of protection around us, protecting us. He only gonna let so much happen to you. He only gonna let so much happen to you. So don't be looking at all the stuff that's happening to you. Just keep looking at the perfect alignment. I have to keep going straight. I know all of this is over here. I know all of that is over here. But I got to stay focused on the task. I can't be like Saul. I don't want the evil. I want the blessing. I want to be like David. I don't want to pretend no more. I want to be who God would have me to be. I want to speak boldly for God. I want to speak His word to people that might have saw me in a different light, but now I'm in a new light. I want to know to let everybody know that God is with me. God is in me. God is me. While I'm here on earth, I'm serving Him to a higher level. I'm going to do everything that thus says the Lord. I'm not detouring no more. I'm not pulling over the side of the road no more.
All right now.
I'm not doing that no more. I'm going to keep going straight. No matter what happens, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep pushing. Because I know God is a good God.
Yes.
I know God is a good God. David wasn't just blessed to fight Goliath. David's fingers was blessed to do many of things. Sometimes you don't know what God is blessing you in because you're looking at something that you desire for yourself. Sometimes God will take you all these different roads. Have you playing basketball all your life at this level. Then move you to the next level. Then move you to the next level. Then say, come on back down with me. Come on back down and preach this word. I know you had aspirations of making millions, but I got millions and I got a treasure stored up for you in heaven. So come on and preach this word. Don't worry about your hoop game. Don't worry about how many points you scored. Don't worry about how many teams you own. Don't worry about who like you and who don't like you. I got something stored up for you. And it's treasures in heaven. But you got to remain obedient. You got to stay in alignment. You can't let the evil doing destroy what I'm trying to do in you. Just because the hedge don't look like it's a brick fence that nothing can penetrate, something don't get in one day. And when it get in, remember me. Remember me. Remember me.
Amen.
God be the glory.